What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Monday. We got 6 games here tonight. Super excited about the slate, and I got it broken down for you with my Money 6 of my favorite plays, some guys that can give you some great production, great spots for them to go off. So before we get going, if you could spam up that like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. Have some great content for you on this one. Let's try to get over 70 likes in this video, and thank you. Let's hop right into it, though. First guy up, I'm going to go with Robby Ray here at 10,000. Coming off two promising starts against Tampa Bay in Colorado. One of those games was in Coors Field as well, so that was pretty impressive. The K rate has been pretty solid, and less than like 6 innings of work, he's still getting 11, 7, and 7 Ks. And in this matchup against Pittsburgh, it's a team that does strike out a lot against lefties. They have a 28% K rate against them. And the thing with Robby Ray, though, is you always have to avoid the walks with him. That's really kind of how he struggles. Doesn't go deeper in the game, and you can beat himself. So against this Pittsburgh team, like I said, they strike out a good amount against lefties, so they're a little bit more free swinging against them. And they do have the 6th fewest walks as a team in the Major League Baseball. So hopefully that can limit some walks to Robby Ray, get some more strikeouts, and hopefully just not walk anyone and be able to go deeper in this game and get some really good upside against a lineup that shouldn't really beat him. Another thing that he really struggles with is giving up home runs. But Pittsburgh isn't really a team with that great of power, and you shouldn't feel that concerned about it. So Ray, hopefully he can go like over 5 innings in this game, get the strikeouts, and get the win as well. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first guy. I'm going to go with Brad Peacock. Kind of a similar situation to Robby Ray, a guy with really good strikeout ability, but he could really explode in your face. But in this matchup against the Tigers, it's not really a spot where I think he'll struggle. I mean, it's a team that another team like Robby Ray is facing that's free swinging. They strike out a good amount, don't have great power as a team, and Brad Peacock is showing some really good K upside in the last start with 40 DraftKings points, had 12 Ks in 7 innings, so really good upside and similar style of matchup, I would say. Some of the better Tigers hitters like Castellanos are better against lefties. The same thing kind of with Kansas City with like Merrifield and Mondesi. Some guys that are a little bit better against lefties, I would say. So Brad Peacock should be able to make some quicker work of this lineup, and he has a good shot at getting the win as well. So like I said, really good upside for him. He had 22 against Cleveland, 22 against Seattle in just 3.1 innings, and 25 against Texas. So he's really up and down. This seems like a kind of matchup that fits him well, where he can get those strikeouts and have one of those huge outings. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second guy. I'm going to go with David Peralta, hopefully to give the run support for Robby Ray. 5,100 here, having a very good year, hits the ball very well against righties, has a 265 ISO against them and a 401 WOBA. He's going against a pretty average, below average pitcher in Kingham. Hasn't been great this year. The D-backs are implied 5.1 runs, and I think Peralta will be a big part of that. Has a really good RBI upside and ability just to have some safe production with the upside as well. I mean, he's been hitting very consistently this year. What is that? Double digits in 6 out of his last 10 games. So he's definitely very consistent and give you some good upside against Kingham as well. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first guy. Then I'm going to go with Jose Ramirez, one of the most disappointing, if probably not the most disappointing person or just hitter in general this year for the Indians, batting 199 after batting like over 300, I'm pretty sure, and had over 30 home runs last year. So he's really struggling out of the gate. This is the matchup where you can start to get it going against Lopez, a guy that has been allowing 2 home runs per 9 to left-handed batters. His xFIP is above 5, so his analytical stuff is just very bad, not pitching very well. And Jose Ramirez, a guy against Lopez that can go deep against them if he can kind of rekindle that power that he had last year against Reds. He did 315 ISO against them. And also he has the speed. Despite his hitting struggles, he still has 10 stolen bases. And last year he had the speed ability as well. So even if he gets a single against Lopez here, he can steal a base. And he can also go deep against him. So nice little power-speed combo, which is always great for the upside of a hitter. And he's still a cheap price tag of $4,300, considering his ability. Very slow start, but a potential breakout game here. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second guy. I'm going to go with CJ Cron. A guy that's been putting up monster numbers against lefties so far this year. 4,300 here, going against Tower Skaggs, and Cron has some of the best splits you'll see against lefties so far this year. 455 ISO and a 476 WOBA against them. So Cron, he's been moving up in the lineup a little bit, especially against lefties. They have 4.7 runs implied, so he can definitely get some RBIs and can definitely go deep in the spot. So I like him a lot. Really good power upside for a pretty soft price tag, I would say, at 4,300. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my third guy. Then my final guy, we got to go cheap. I'm going to go with J.P. Crawford, a younger guy that just got called up at 3,300 here. Not great upside, but the matchup is definitely there, I would say. I mean, he's going against Mike Fiers. He is coming off the no-hitter, so there's going to be a big kind of come-down game, I would say, where he's going to be a little bit tired off of that no-hitter. Pitchers just have to exert so much energy and those no-hitters, so I think he's going to be struggling out of the gate. He pitched 131 pitches in that game, and so it's going to be, I can see it being ugly here tonight for Fiers. And Crawford, he was in that 2 spot yesterday, so I don't see why he wouldn't stay in that 2 spot. He did go 1 for 4 with a double, and against Fiers, who's been struggling a good amount against lefties just in the whole entire year, even including that no-hitter. He's allowing 1.7 home runs per 9 to them. And he's a pitcher that has shown in the past that he can be stolen on. J.P. Crawford does have some speed ability. He's not crazy power or speed, but he can do a tiny bit of both. I mean, I'm not entirely sure yet. He's still new to the MLB. And just based on the scouting reports, he's kind of a guy that can do it, but we're not sure exactly how much he'll be doing it. But at 3,300, a guy that should be second in the order against a Fiers guy that is going to be exhausted and hasn't been good against lefties to begin with this year. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my final guy. So you got the 2 strikeout phenoms and Robby Ray and Peacock. CJ Cron, great against lefties. Jose Ramirez has the power against righties and the stolen base ability. Crawford just way too cheap for a guy in the 2 spot against Fiers pitcher that hasn't been great this year, but does coming off the no-hitter. People could be scared, I guess, with him. And then David Peralta, 5,100. Model of consistency this year. I think he'll keep it going against a righty in Kingham. So hope you enjoyed it. Slap a like if you did. 70 plus likes would be amazing. Thank you. And make sure to subscribe. You don't want to miss out on any more MLB DFS videos. If you're not subbed, you're missing out on some good content. So I really appreciate all the support. I think we're 20 subscribers away from 8,000. So thank you. Let's try to hit it. And I guess good luck here tonight. So we'll see you back here again next time. Win some money for me, guys, and we'll see you here again tomorrow.